Hey guys, so today I'm going to be showing you my favorite pink eyeshadows. And pink eyeshadow, it's not something I want to wear every day, but I definitely enjoy pink eyeshadow occasionally. And I've got some really good ones to show you. I took a picture, I did swatches on my arm and then I took a picture, and I'm going to insert that at the end of the video so that you can pause it and really look at the swatches, because I think it's just much easier to look at the swatches that way than to try to do them live, and it's just better for you, better for me, and easier for you to look at them that way. So I'm going to show you the eyeshadows in the order that they appear on the swatch at the end of the video. Okay, so the first one I'm going to show you is from the Huda Beauty Nude palette. And this is at Sephora. And there's a shade in here called Spanked. There's actually a lot of pink toned shades in this palette. But if I'm going to show you a palette, I want to show you my favorite eyeshadow in the palette. So this is Spanked right here, and it's a berry pink shade. And it's just, I don't know, it's my favorite in the palette. It's the quality of it is really good. And the color is, well, berries are pretty popular now, I guess, but that is my first choice for favorite pink eyeshadows. And there are 7, I believe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I'm going to show you 7. So that's the first one. And the second one is my Bad Habit palette in Royals. Now, something is going on with Bad Habit. Nobody knows for sure. There's a lot of speculation. But a couple months ago, I think it was, they had said on their website and Instagram that if you were going to place any orders, get them in before a specific date. Everything was marked down like on clearance on their website. So I don't know what's going on with them, but it does say, if you go to the website, something about them revamping the website and the Instagram, and stay tuned, follow us on Instagram for more information. But nothing has happened for a couple months, so I don't know if they're restructuring their company or if they went out of business and they just wanted to leave the door open to change their mind. I don't know what's going on. But Bad Habit is a company that makes dupe palettes of other people's palettes, and they're sold on the website shophush.com. Now, if you go to shophush.com, your computer will redirect you and say doesn't exist. So they've taken down that website. So I don't know what's going on, but if you have this palette, it is a dupe for the Anastasia Modern Renaissance palette. And the reason why I'm showing you this is because this is what I have. I no longer have the Modern Renaissance palette. It got purged due to its age. But I do still have this, and this is the shade Primrose, and it's just a really pretty soft pink. I keep wanting to do swatches, but yeah, you'll see those at the end. So Primrose has an equivalent in the Modern Renaissance palette. So if you have this, great. If you don't, then you can get the same shadow basically in the Modern Renaissance palette. So that's number 2. Number 3 is in the Sephora Pro Editorial palette. And you might be thinking, that was limited edition. We can't get that anymore. Actually, you can. It's still on the Sephora website. And this is a fantastic palette. Nobody talks about it anymore because they probably have limited stock. But there is a shade in here called Tiila. Or is it Tiila? I want to say it's Tiila. So Tiila. And that is the shade right there. It's a bright bubblegum pink shade. And yeah, this is just such a good palette. I think that I may have had this for long enough now that I probably will be needing to purge this soon. I'll have to look up the date and see when I bought this, but this is going to be a tough one to let go someday because I really, really love this palette, and it was pretty expensive. So I'll probably keep it longer than what I'm supposed to when it gets to be around that age. Okay, number 4 is a shadow from the Morphe and James Charles palette. If you still don't have this, you really need it. This is a fantastic palette. This is probably the best palette that Morphe has ever done in terms of quality and color selection and versatility. And oh, by the way, I should have mentioned that some of the things that I'm showing you today aren't technically eyeshadows, they're pigments. And whether or not eyeshadows are or pigments are eye safe or not, it's somewhat controversial. So just keep that in mind, that like this Sephora palette, it actually says Pro Pigment Palette. So I believe that everything in there is considered a pigment rather than an eyeshadow. And then on the Morphe James Charles palette, some are eye safe and some are not considered eye safe. They're pigments, but I've used all these things that I'm showing you today on my eyes, and I've never personally had a problem, but everybody's different. Some people's eyes are more sensitive than others. I actually have very sensitive eyes, so I'm surprised that I haven't had any problems with a reaction to the pigments. If you use plenty of eyeshadow primer, I feel like that makes a big difference. So, you know, pack on the eyeshadow primer and then you won't have to worry about sensitivity or staining as much either, because if you have fair skin like I do, there can be a tendency to stain the skin. And again, you know, I just haven't had that problem. So I don't know. So buyer beware. But anyway, this, I love, love, love this palette. And this shadow down here in the corner is called Skip. And it's a bright bubblegum pink neon pigment. And I have that in the crease today, so I am wearing that one. So that is number 4. And by the way, these aren't in any particular order. Well, they are in the order of the swatch. But as far as like what are my favorites, I'll tell you which ones are my favorites at the very end. But these are all good, every single one of them. That's why I included them in this video. Okay, number 5 is this single eyeshadow or pigment by Muse Cosmetics. And this is available on the Shop Missy website. So it comes in this like screw top container, and then it has like a stopper, and then there's the product inside. And these pigments are really nice. I really enjoy them. I like the shade of this pink because it's not as bright as the last one I showed you, but it isn't a light pink either. It's sort of a medium bright pink. But I do really like this, and I have these in several colors. Some of the colors have been sold out for months, maybe even a year. And so I don't know that they're ever going to restock them, but I hope they do because I don't have all the colors. And I do really enjoy this. So you can find this on the Shop Missy website. Anything that I can find a link for, I will try to remember to post a link in the description box if I can find a link for it. Some things that will be impossible, especially with the last 2 things I'm going to show you. So number 6 is Sinful Colors Shade Boss eyeshadow in the shade Caught My Eye. I just recently found this at Dollar Tree and was really surprised at what a great eyeshadow this was. Some pinks are, I feel like pink eyeshadows might be a hard thing for eyeshadow companies that make eyeshadows to do, because I don't feel like there are that many great pink eyeshadows, but this is. So if you see this at Dollar Tree, definitely pick it up. It is a pick it up. It is a very, very light pink, and it's like a frosty finish, but it's a good one. It's really amazing. I mean, for $1, come on. I really have been enjoying all the Sinful Colors eyeshadows that I've been showing you in my recent videos. So this is really good for a light pink. And then last but certainly not least is what I have on my eyelids right now. I just got this yesterday, you guys, and I love it so much. And I already had purchased some others of this that I hadn't shown you yet. But have you seen these at Dollar Tree? These are the LA Colors Liquid Eyeshadows. This is in the shade Wink. How beautiful is that? These go on like a dream. They come in 5 different shades, and they're just so easy to apply. They last all day. They don't crease if you put them over an eyeshadow primer. They're so easy to work with. They have a sponge tip applicator. And, you know, I've never been a big fan of liquid eyeshadows because I felt like they were just too much work, too hard to work with. These are amazing. I can't believe these are only $1. So they've been at Dollar Tree for a while. Dollar Tree has this big giant display. Well, not at every Dollar Tree, but at a lot of Dollar Trees, they have this massive end cap display of all LA Colors products. And there are some real gems on that display, let me tell you. I mean, not every single product is great, but I passed over these many, many times over the last few months, thinking, liquid eyeshadows, I don't like liquid eyeshadows. That's because I had never used one that was this good. So this is the shade Wink, but I have 4 other shades of these. I have a silver, a bronze, a gold, and a purple, and I really like them. I've used all of them now, and the purple one is not quite as good as the other 4 shades, but the gold, the bronze, the pink, and the silver are amazing. But I think this is my favorite, actually, because it's just, I don't know, something about it. It's fantastic. So I would say out of the 7, all 7 of the eyeshadows I showed you are great. But my 2 favorites are probably this and that pink in the James Charles Morphe palette. So if you're going to only pick up 2 out of the 7, these are the 2 that I would recommend the most. And you can have so much more fun with this Morphe palette because there's just endless combinations. And I think that the amount of product that's in there, I think it's a really good deal. It's just a tiny bit more expensive than a normal Morphe palette because James Charles developed it, so of course they had to give him a cut, but I still think it's well worth it and very good quality. And these, you definitely can't pass on these for $1 each. And if you see the Sinful Colors ones, get those too, because those are good as well. They were all good. All 7 things I showed you are good. So what is your favorite pink eyeshadow? And I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget, after I stop speaking, there's going to be a swatch photo at the end. And so don't forget to check that out and pause it so you can look at it better. And thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.